Ha! There was no ding. No ding for you.
I got some D.
Oh, hush. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, hey, thank you to all three people who have been watching me. Hello. I do not consider myself a jealous person. I don't get jealous. Like the term jealousy is, if another guy look at my wife, I get jealous. No, I don't do that. I'm very secure in my marriage and my relationship with my wife. So much so that lately she has been having conversations with her ex-boyfriend. And pig sidebar on the ex-boyfriend thing. Statute of limitations, at least in my opinion, says that if you have been not with this person 3 times as long as you were with them, they are no longer your ex. So she was with this guy for a year. With this guy for a year. That was 7 years ago. The statute of limitations says that's not her ex-boyfriend. Also, that's just some dude.
Please mention that it was your idea that I even had him and acknowledge him.
Yeah, it's like I just and also she came to me and she was like, "Hey, he is attempting to reach out to me. What do you think about it?" It's like, go ahead, because I'm not a jealous person by no stretch of the imagination. I'm not a jealous person. That being said, I'm very territorial. What's mine is mine, and that's not from the sense of, oh, she's property and I own her. But I have spent several years, like a lot of guys go out and spend money on their little girlfriend and take them to the movies and buy them Jordans. From the beginning, from day one with my wife, I was investing in a wife. I did things to show my wife that I was the guy that I said I was. I said, oh, I love you and I'll never leave you. I never did. I said, I'll never cheat on you. I'll never mistreat you. I never have. There have been plenty of guys who have come in her life. Oh, I love you and you the one and I'm going to fight for you and I'll never give up on you. And then 2 months later, we ain't even heard from that guy in 6 weeks. So it's like I invested in my wife. I knew what I wanted. I knew what it could be. And all I did was perpetuate that. Like I lived up to the hype. I did the things that I said I would do. I told her I was husband material. I acted like husband material. Guess what? Now I'm a husband. I have done all the things that I said I would do, and that's why we are where we are. I say all of that. Oh, it's a smudge me. I say all that to say this. Tonight, I had to remind my wife that I am territorial. It wasn't from a place of insecurity or vanity. It was, hey, just a reminder that the things I did to get you will be the things I do to keep you. And I make no qualms about it. I'm not always the best guy, Sometimes I'm a little lazy. Sometimes I fart under the covers. Sometimes I get cat hair on me and I come get in the bed and she get itchy. Like, there are things that I do that aren't necessarily the best for her. But when it comes down to it, I make sure the bills are paid. The lights ain't never went off. It ain't never been a time you went to flip a switch on and it just didn't work. Like, I do my... Hey, you stop that. Asia's being nasty. I just want y'all to say, I didn't tilt the camera down out of respect. Asia was being nasty. I told you I'm a husband and I will take care of you. And from the day I met her, I have been doing that. And then on February 14, 2013, I married her. And for the first time, her mother hugged me. It was the first time we had any physical contact. I hugged that woman and I leaned in and I said, I will take care of her. I promise. And I have since then. Now, there have been times where we had to go to a food bank because we ran out of food. There have been times where we didn't have a lot of money to go out and do certain things, but it doesn't change the fact that I have taken care of my wife since day one. So tonight, I had to get territorial on my wife and remind her that I'm her daddy. Not like father, because that's gross. I'm her daddy. I take care of her. Think of me as like a sugar daddy with absolutely no sugar. Like, it's not like, oh, I take care of her so she sticks around. Like, if I didn't pay the bills, fun fact, there was a time when I was on unemployment and I was making quite a lot less than I am now. Like, I mean, if we're just full disclosure here, I bring home $604 every 2 weeks. That's $12.08 a month. Not a whole lot. But the last time I was on unemployment, It was significantly less than that. And even though I wasn't paying all the bills and I wasn't being man of the house and taking care of things, my wife went to work to do what she had to do to make sure that we had the things we need. I'm her sugar daddy in the sense that I take care of her. When her feet hurt, I rub them. When she needs somebody to talk to, I listen. In the middle of the night, she have a bad dream. And it's so funny because even on reflex, I'll be half asleep and completely unaware. And the next morning, she'll wake up and she'll say, oh, thank you. You made me feel so much better last night. And I was like, what did I say? And you said, oh, baby, it's a bad dream. And you held me and then I felt better. I don't remember none of that. But on reflex alone, when I'm half asleep and with no cognizant memory of what was going on, it's my duty to take care of my wife. And that's what I do. So tonight, I got a little territorial. Tonight, I had to remind my wife that I'm her husband. And I take care of things around these here parts.
Also mentioned, you didn't have to remind me because I was acting up.
No. It wasn't because she was acting up. Not at all. It's not like she was like, I can't believe you don't take it. No, we don't have issues like that. Like you see all these people talking about relationship goals and, oh, I just want to lay in bed all day with my bae and watch Netflix. It's like, that's a real cute relationship goal, but how is anything going to get done? No, my baby wasn't acting up. I just needed to remind her that I'm the husband for a reason. I'm her daddy for a reason. You know, there used to be a time, hey baby, come here. There was a time when I used to think that was sexy. It's like, ooh yeah, baby, call me daddy. And it's like, that's just not sexy no more. It's not, because it's a title. It's a title that I've earned. I've earned it over 9 years of dealing with her bullshit. and I say that jokingly, but it's not like I'm lying. Like, Asia was hard to deal with. But on the flip side, I was very difficult to deal with too. Like, I was sick. I was going through things. I said some things I shouldn't have said. I've done some things I shouldn't have done. But at the end of the day, we can look past all of that because there's love there. There's always been love there. And she spent the first 4 years of our relationship really confused. Not sure what she wanted to do, or more to the point, she knew what she wanted to do, but she knew that other people wouldn't accept it. So she tried to manufacture what we had with other people, and it just didn't work. Tonight I had to remind her why I'm her husband. Tonight I had to remind her why I'm daddy. Not like I do it every day, at least in my head. I do it every day. You know, I make sure bills get paid. I make sure everything gets done. But every now and then, your wife needs a little something extra to remind her that you daddy. So that's what we did tonight. And since then, it's like, I don't want to say that she was being a dick prior or we were having issues prior. But after I reminded my wife that I was daddy, it's just been like, oh, daddy, whatever you want to do, daddy. Oh, I'm just happy just being in your presence, daddy. Let's listen to some debates, dad, because I'm a debate guy. I like to listen to debates. Is there a new debate you want to listen to tonight, dad? It's just like she's been way more affectionate than normal. And it's not like before that she didn't want to touch me or anything. It's just now she's just like, oh, yeah, I forgot. This motherfucker is daddy. Look at, like, she kissing on my leg now. Look at her. Look at her. She just, it's like, that's my thigh. Ain't nothing sexy about my thigh. She just, ooh, daddy. It's like, I just had to remind my baby that I'm daddy. You know, we all have roles to play. We all have parts that we need to fulfill. Like, I'll say this much, and then I'm going to let this go because this has gone way too long. We were at her mother's house yesterday for Thanksgiving, and Asia, by nature, by design, wants to serve. She wants to cook and clean. So she's gathering everybody's plates, and she's taking orders around it. Hey, who wants a drink? Okay, you want what? Hey, you want this? Okay, guys, I'll be right back. And her mom's like, Pooh, what are you doing? You don't have to do all of that. And she's looking at me. It's like, are you going to let her do that? It's like, it's not a matter of letting her. She won't be happy unless she does. Like, it won't get done to her satisfaction unless she does it for herself. We all have roles to play. There's never been a time where we were just sitting around a table and I was going over bills and her mom walked in. Pooh, why are you letting your husband worry about all the bills? That's his role. That's the part that he played. That's what he does. That's what I'm good at. So that's what I do. Asia's is cleaning. Asia's is cooking. Asia is providing for her husband. Asia is taking care of her family. We came home last night from Thanksgiving at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she was determined to clean up the house. So I was like, you know what? I'll vacuum. She's like, oh no, honey, you don't have to do that. It's like, no, I don't mind, because we all live here, and I would like to do my part as well. But even after I vacuumed, she went over it again. Because no, and it's fine. Like, she went over it again because she knows how she wants it. So the best thing to do is fall back and let her do it. It's like, I'm never just, Asia's laying around and say, hey, baby, why don't you go and make this payment arrangement with Smud for us this week? And she go, oh, sure. And I'm like, oh, no, I'll do it. It's like, you just trust that I'm going to do my part. So I do my part, Asia do her part, and it works out just fine. But tonight, I had to remind my baby that I'm daddy.